3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone. Welcome this afternoon. Thank you for your patience if you were here from the beginning through our technical difficulties. Thanks for joining us, whether you're joining us live or on the recording. My name is Sarah Strable, and my beautiful friend Jamie is here with me today too. And we're so excited today to share these beautiful gifts with you, these gifts from the earth, Mother Nature. And it's such a blessing and an honor really to be able to connect people with this sacred plant and nitric oxide, which is our exciting new addition. And so we're going to learn so much. We're so lucky to have Patty Yu on the call today, and Maria Mata, and Brian, who I haven't met yet, but I'm excited to hear from if that works out. And just to share a tiny bit about my story, we're going to try to keep this brief today. I was introduced to this company and these products about going on 2 years ago. And I've struggled with some autoimmune stuff since my teenage years, really. And it's really, really accelerated my healing journey. So grateful for that. And then, I mean, I have endless stories that I could share, but one of my favorites is my precious dad. His whole family has had high cholesterol, and they're all, you know, not all, but a lot of them are super fit. He's super fit. And after being on medication, he decided these side effects aren't worth it. I don't want to take medication anymore. And we've tried to find natural solutions, never could really make a difference. And then after several months of being on one of our products, he was shocked when he went and had his yearly physical, and his lab results were amazing with cholesterol, with his PSA levels. So really exciting. Want to go ahead and say that we do not diagnose, treat, heal, cure anything. And Patty will educate a little bit today about the endocannabinoid system. Really, that the reason why my dad had those results and everyone has the results that they do is because we are giving the body the tools that it needs to heal itself, which is what it's designed to do, which I love and which is so exciting. So that's all I'll share for today, because I want to give Patty plenty of time to go over the products. And again, just thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about this. I know that you'll be glad that you did. And Patty is such a blessing in my life. I say thank you for her every single day. We actually went to middle school together and then reconnected as adults through social media. And I got to watch her transform her own health. She was an actress in LA, and then started learning more about holistic health through her healing journey. And I watched her help thousands of people transform their lives in really powerful ways. And so when I saw that she was aligned with this company and behind the products, I knew that this was something to pay attention to. And she's a double diamond leader in our company, one of the top leaders. You'll see her featured on the official company calls, and she's just such a powerful force in the world and such a beautiful human. So really, really grateful to have her on today to teach us and share with us all of these things. Thank you, Patty.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. And I see Jamie is sitting next to you. I'm wondering, Jamie, if you would be willing to share really, really quick how this has helped you, because I'm just so happy that Jamie found us. She's a brave, brave soul. And would you be willing to share your story really quick?
Sure. So I am a cancer survivor, and the product has helped me tremendously with my immunity. I do have some neurotoxicity that I deal with from the chemotherapy and the radiation treatments that I went through. I also was part of the vaccine study, the COVID-19 vaccine study, which affected me negatively. So the products I've been taking have been helping, and I feel wonderful today.
That's amazing. And when Sarah told me your story, she was telling me about you, I was like, oh my gosh, I really hope it helps her. And I'm just so glad to hear. And it was really fast how it really got you back to feeling much better. So there's a lot of just so much promise with this plant for what it can do, you know, for existing issues that we might have, but also these other things that can be a cause of concern for us today, right? That things that we have to be concerned about that maybe once upon a time we didn't have to be so concerned about. So it's really such an honor to be here. Today we're going to talk about the products in this product line and explain exactly why they're so profound, because this isn't my first rodeo with cannabis, to be honest. I have had an affinity for cannabis on a more recreational side for a long time in my younger years. And to be honest, looking back, I actually really feel like the plant helped me avoid a certain path that was much scarier to me. I was really, really afraid of getting onto pharmaceuticals for chronic pain and discomfort, like really acute stuff. And, you know, I just knew that I should not get on anything that addictive, because it was already a battle for me with food stuff, and I felt really addicted to sugar and processed foods, and that was a battle just to get myself to a better place with that. And so a lot of lifestyle changes for me were game changer, and I actually have worked with products that are life-changing, because when something really works for people, you keep using it, right? And so for 8 years, I became a health coach. And then when I found this, I realized this is a huge missing link in what I could be offering all of my clients. When Sarah says that I've helped thousands of people online, it's because online I was coaching with this company that over the course of 7 years, it was literally thousands of people. And when I started working with Prime My Body's hemp extracts, see, with all the other stuff I did, it was months or sometimes years for results, okay? Months, sometimes years. And things would get a lot worse before it would get better. And when I started working with Prime My Body's products, and there's a delivery system with our products that makes it very different than anything else. Any other cannabis oil that you're gonna use on the market, it's different. And when I started using this stuff, I started to see things happening. I started getting phone calls and messages from people, sometimes the same day, sometimes the next day, sometimes within just a few days. And then, of course, sometimes people needed time to clean house, and it might have taken a couple months to be like, oh my gosh, this is really working. But it would be life-changing and effortless, because all you were doing was taking a little dropper, half dropper or full dropper of this every day, and people were just transforming. I've literally sat in front of a sister of mine at a festival, and she looked a little haggard, okay, to be honest. And, and so I offered her some hemp oil, and I watched her eyes clear. I watched her come alive in front of me in 15 minutes from taking this. And so I'm going to explain all of this, and I'm going to use these beautiful slides that we have. Oh, actually, sorry, I'm going to do a little screen share. And so the company is called Prime My Body. It's an affiliate marketing company, and it is a wellness company. And our whole mission is to work with the hemp plant, bring the hemp plant back to the world, but we want to be the best in every way. We have to be in order to become the one. And that's who we are going to be, because in affiliate marketing, there's always one company that is the cream that rises to the top, and then it's the name that everybody knows for the next 50 years, like, you know, Mello and Nu Skin and Herbalife, Amway, even doTERRA, in actually doTERRA and Young Living kind of branched out, and there's two of them, but you know, doTERRA has 4.8 million affiliates today. And here we are, we're one of the fastest growing hemp affiliate marketing companies, one of the top 10% in the world. And we have just a little bit under, or maybe a little over 100,000, under 150,000 affiliates. And we are basically on that path to being the one. We have attracted the #1 doctor, integrative doctor in the United States, not just one of the best doctors, but the #1 doctor. And then we start attracting one of the top cardiologists in the United States, one of the top back surgeons in the United States. And we have influenced the law, actually. And we have taken an industry that went from illegal just a few short years ago to an essential business. And one thing that Sarah didn't mention was actually how the pandemic shut down 3 or 4 of your businesses, your work. And actually there's other people on this call who same thing happened. There's been a lot of disruption lately. And so not only do we have these products that support on the physical level, but we have this opportunity, a business opportunity that some people are taking advantage of and generating actually more income than they've ever made in their lives. And it actually has been an opportunity like that for me because #1, the products really, really work. They work fast too. Little goes a long way, profoundly. And then the business is actually really amazing because this is something so easy to share. So something to know here, and on the cover of this magazine, Cannabis in Tech, that's our CEO, Paul Rogers. We actually just got featured in a Forbes article, which is unheard of in any network marketing company at this stage. And we just got featured in Forbes because of this NFL football player study that we did with our products and their brains to prove how fast our products work and how they work. So what you want to know is hemp is here. It's here to stay. It's projected to become a $23 billion industry by 2023. It's already opening around the world as well. We are open in Mexico and Japan, and we're getting ready to open in Africa as well. And so the question isn't really, you know, are you using hemp? But as all of the rest of the world starts to use hemp, are you positioned to be a part of this industry? And for me, this was really a no-brainer. I wanted to be a part of this industry. And then it was about finding the right company, the one that is going to be the best. And it really goes to show our CEO, it's important to know he's done this for decades, and he's repeated a pattern of success. His last company became a 600 million annual company with noni fruit, which is one of the most obscure superfruits that you could possibly consume. And here we have the most famous plant in the world. And we're going to become a multi-billion-dollar company with all of our vertical markets. And Paul has really kept us ahead of the game, making sure we're ahead in science, technology, leading in markets, multiple vertical markets. I'm going to talk about nitric oxide and talk about these cannabinoids, phytocannabinoids like CBG, and how we're so ahead of the curve with all of this stuff. Just so you know, for those of you who are evaluating as a company, we have an amazing team. I've run my traditional business for a number of years before starting this company and adding this to my business as another model. And it's so wonderful to have a team that handles all of the stuff that really you don't want to have to handle in your business if you don't have to. So we can have the best, absolute best in this amazing team running support and shipping and legal and everything. So this is the doctor that I was mentioning, Dr. Chen Ron. And basically, Dr. Ron is a medical doctor who has a Chinese medicine mother and a medical doctor father, and he's integrative. So he integrates both worlds, and he has incredible results with his patients. And he has become the #1 integrative medical clinic in the United States that takes insurance. That's actually really huge. He exceeded Dr. Mark Hyman's clinic. And I was a fangirl of Dr. Mark Hyman for years. So I'm like, this is huge. This is really huge. So again, we're going to be that one, right? He has helped us with the brain scan studies. And I'll talk about that in just a little bit. And he also helped us with the sonicated nanoliposomal delivery. This is Dr. Marlene Siegel, and she is the incredible integrative vet that helped us formulate the Dream CBD for pets. If you're into holistic health, holistic medicine, this is a really well thought out formula if you're wanting a more natural solution for your pets. And I have to tell you, this stuff with my animals and my dog who is aging, people think she's young. People think she's 4. Her coat, her muscles, her joints, the way she runs. And there was a period a year and a half, 2 years ago where she was moving slow. She was panting a lot, having lots of skin issues. Her eyes were all bloodshot. She was overweight. Now it's like she's a new dog again. So it's amazing. We want to be able to give our pets solutions. They can't tell us what's going on, but it's nice to know you can give them something that we know they need because they have this endocannabinoid system just like us. So this is a little image you see here with the brains. That's a type of brain scan that they use in the brain studies that Dr. Ron is doing. And these are actual clinical studies. And that says a lot. There is nobody else doing this. There's nobody else doing clinical studies on their own products and proving how they help, right? And, we're food, we're a supplement. We're not allowed to make claims. So we can't go out there saying we can cure and heal anything. We're not allowed to do that. And it's an unfortunate thing about this world, right? A lot of this stuff is kind of up right now too for evaluation, but we're not allowed to make claims. However, we kind of know what happens to NFL football players, right? We kind of know what happens to veterans. We know what happens to their brains. We've seen documentaries about people who turn and become violent and, like things that are astounding because of the issues with the brains from all of that trauma, right? The physical trauma that football players go through. So to be able to scan the brain before and then give them a dose of focus and then immediately scan the brain again with all the things still on it. And what Dr. Ron explains is that between those 2 scans, maybe no more than 20 minutes, it's like literally 2 different brains. And what you're seeing over here is more of a healthier brain with the green. And a lot of the before brains scans that they would do on these players would be lots of red and orange and yellow, which is really, really bad. It's really, really bad. It's like pre-dementia, pre-Alzheimer's, pre-Parkinson's, already some issues with memory and recall and reaction times and mood and anger. And the second scan, after 1 dose, the brain would be almost all green with a little blue, maybe a few specks, things like that. That it was like drastic changes that could be so noticeable that the machine operator was like, "Are you sure this is the same person?" So it's really, really fascinating what these studies have shown. And, this is because of the endocannabinoid system. Like I said, we have an endocannabinoid system. So do all animals with a spine. And that's why your pets also need to stimulate the endocannabinoid system. And it's not just like a peripheral system. It's not like a little system in your body. What they've discovered and why this is one of the most profound discoveries for mankind in reality in the last 50 years is that this is a master regulatory system, and it regulates all of your major systems in your body, your immune system, your nervous system. When you go into fight or flight after a traumatic experience or a hyper stressful experience, it's your endocannabinoid system that moves your body back into the parasympathetic state to heal, to repair, to rest. The problem in our modern world is we're in chronic stress all the time, and we're not eating hemp, and we're definitely not getting it into our body and blood like this stuff. So this is why the results can be extremely profound sometimes, like regain functions people thought lost sometimes, or sometimes more subtle. If a person doesn't have as many issues, they're sleeping better, they feel way less inflammation in the body. It's an incredible anti-inflammatory mechanism in your body, right? You can use drugs to stop inflammation, or you can give your body the natural thing that stops inflammation. This is the natural thing that stops inflammation in your body without stopping the healing process. The pharmaceuticals stop it and they stop the healing process. This actually helps the whole process, and that's how it stops the inflammation. That's how it reverses the inflammation, not just stopping by putting Band-Aids on, right? And I stuck this in here from one of our old slides because this is really important about our products. It's what makes them different than everything else on the market. It's the delivery system. This is a liposomal delivery system. Most products on the market are an oil-based. There can be tons of benefits from an oil-based, but you absorb way less of it. And what happens with this is it's like an injection. It's really next best to an injection, except it's absorbing in your mouth. And it's because the molecules are so tiny, they can pass through that mucous membrane. And with our sonicated nanoliposomal technology, it's a sound wave that breaks it up into the tiniest molecules. And it lets us do that without ethanol. Other liposomal formulas on the market use ethanol to shrink their liposome size. We don't need ethanol because you have the sound waves splitting it up even smaller than what the ethanol can do. And then it's suspended in like a little liquid matrix in here. And that's why it's kind of milky white looking. And the texture is really like water. It's not oily at all. And it's because the molecules are that tiny. And it just goes in. And, if you're sensitive, go slow and then work up, because it really is stronger than what you might think. And so let's go to focus here. This is kind of our top seller, I would say. This is your go-to for kind of anything. I would say this is one of those products that you can pretty much give anyone and everyone, and it will work for so many things. It's so anti-inflammatory. It tastes really bright and flavorful because of the terpenes. There's 7 different terpenes in this, and it's also high CBG and 500 milligrams of phytocannabinoids in the bottle, all getting injected, basically injected in the mouth, in the mucous membranes. And that spectrum of all the terpenes and the cannabinoids actually make it one of the most broad spectrum products that I've ever seen on the market, and with all that CBG in it. So this is so neuroregenerative, gut regenerative, will clear your brain fog and help you think sharper. We see people start to make better decisions in their lives and improve their lives in all kinds of ways. And then lots of good physical relief, even relief with sleeping. However, our company did create this formula specifically with other compounds and botanicals to specifically promote even deeper relaxation, deeper regenerative sleep. And to be honest, this has become one of those really, really yummy formulas that I love having. I love having it at night. I love on full moons, actually. Full moons are so intense for me. They wake me up because it's so bright that my body clock thinks I'm waking up. So even this morning, I woke up at 4. I took a little shot of Calm and I was able to go back to sleep. And if not for the Calm, I probably wouldn't be able to go back to sleep like that. Some people also take it during the day if you have extreme kind of anxiousness type of energy, that type of stuff, or mood challenges. Again, we can't make any claims, but the way that this supports the neurotransmitters in your brain, even if you're only taking it at night, because it can make people sleepy. So play with your dose. Sometimes during the day, it might only literally be like a drop or 2. Some people might only be taking this at night before sleep. And then they notice a tremendous improvement in their mood, in their previously very difficult negative mood. And so, and it also helps libido. So it just boosts all of these things. And basically Dr. Ron explains it's the neurotransmitters in your brain. So these two are liposomal delivery. And then this is one of our newer formulas, Shield for immune system. Those last 2 formulas also boost your immune system, obviously, because the endocannabinoid system boosts your immune system. But this is called Shield because this is designed to block stuff out. What are we trying to block out right now? I can't say, but you can guess. And if you understand the immune system in your gut and that mucous membrane, it's all connected. And there's tons of receptors throughout all of that system. And pathogens, bacteria, viruses, things like that, basically they get in. You breathe them in there everywhere all the time actually, but they're looking for places to get in to your body, right? And that's why the gut is 80% of your immune system. Well, when you take a formula that is designed to go down through digestion, but you make it 500 milligrams of pure CBG, cannabidiol. This is the most expensive cannabinoid on the market because when you harvest it, you can only harvest CBG when the plant is really young. So it's the only cannabinoid that you're harvesting, which makes it a small yield and it makes it very, very expensive. Anybody who knows CBG knows that it is the most expensive cannabinoid that you can find. And we're the only ones really working with it at these quantities because Dr. Ron knew about CBG. He's very well ahead of all that research, and Paul Rogers. So what he did was he created a pure high dose CBG plus 19 different other botanicals that are like adaptogens. Some of them are in traditional Chinese medicine or are herbs from traditional Chinese medicine. And they all have different benefits and they also work synergistically together. And when you take Shield, you swallow it, your body actually does have to digest and metabolize it, and they engage those receptors. They keep them busy. They are the key to the lock, right? So they go in, they turn the key, your body gets to repair itself, and then it's actually protecting you from all of these threats. It protects you from, there was a study that came out of Canada about CBG and COVID. And this study, you have to look it up, because we're not allowed, like I said, we're not allowed to make claims, but they said it's possible that the CBG can help inhibit the entry into the receptors by up to 70% right? And that's really huge to know. And you can fact check me. You can Google that and find it. It's like out of Calgary or something like that, Alberta, Calgary. So Shield is designed to protect and block out, crowd out the bad stuff. But not only that, this is, naturally antifungal, naturally has antibacterial kind of benefits. So there's just a lot of benefits to taking this, either a low dose every day just to protect. But if anything comes on, you can always high dose it a little more therapeutically. So this is our new product core, and everybody is excited about it because nitric oxide is another hot new vertical market in the world, and we're combining it with cannabinoids and all kinds of other amazing stuff. Like, I started researching nitric oxide supplements because when I took my little test strip a year ago, it was white, dead white, and it's supposed to be hot pink. And I was like, what's wrong with me? And so I started looking at different nitric oxide products and just studying to see what is in them, you know, how they work. And ours is one of the most value-packed products. Vitamin C, D, B3, niacin. We know how amazing niacin is also for the blood. Magnesium, L-arginine, L-citrulline, beetroot powder, resveratrol, quercetin, which is a natural antihistamine, actually, hemp extract, of course, CoQ10, and then one of the strongest superfoods on the planet, astaxanthin, and it's got no sugar, and it's delicious. And of course, you can change how sweet by adding more water. If you like it sweeter, less sweet, more water. And this is actually one of my favorite ways to take supplements is in a drink because it makes it so easy. But this stuff is going to help with the blood flow in your body and with stagnation. Stagnation is actually a big issue. People sit so much today. In our call last week with Jonas Crafts, he runs a functional medical clinic, and he says that they draw blood from their patients, and the blood is, I call it jelly blood. It's a kind of a joke, but it's not a joke. It's literally like coagulated, like changing your oil out of your car, comparing the old oil to the new oil. And that's going on in a lot of people's bodies today. And it's a big problem. And I've had my own challenges with my health issues, and stagnation is one of those things. And so that you want to take care of if you want to age optimally, right? If I want to live pain-free for the rest of my life, I want to know how to keep my blood flowing optimally. And this stuff, the biggest thing I'm noticing is just my skin, actually. I just feel like my skin is not dry. Like, I don't need moisturizer. That's kind of blowing my mind. That's core. Pause, we mentioned pause earlier. Again, this is an amazing pet CBD if you have pets, whether they are aging or not. If there's somebody posted a puppy that had a neurological thing that could not walk, and then 2 weeks after our hemp oil, he was running like a normal puppy. So just incredible stuff what this plant is able to do. And then topically, this is an amazing solution topically. Rub it into your muscles, into your joints, and it works really well. I was never really a big salve user before, and now I really, really love it. It works really great, and you only need a little bit. A little bit goes a long way, and it's everything we use. The quality is so good. If you ever compare this to another CBD salve, you can tell the quality of the ingredients and the botanicals and the oils that they use in our product are so fine, so much nicer and delicate and high quality compared to other products that are on the market. And it's all natural essential oils. All right, so Nox is actually one of my favorites because, you know, I crossed my 40s threshold with this company, and I've always liked skincare in the past, but I think I kind of destroyed my skin with really harsh skincare in the past, and then I went through a long phase of neglect and just, I don't know, putting too much oil and going through like a hippie natural kind of phase, but that actually was not good for my skin either. And Nox has just kind of made me feel like with the internal products and this, it's kind of like, I said this in the last call, I feel like I'm in a new body and in new skin today compared to before these products. And it's just, you know, even when my parents came to visit, they're using this. My mom's like, your face just is changing too. And she's like, my face is smaller. And her eyelid used to droop down and block her vision, and it no longer does that. She was considering surgery for that. So I've noticed amazing changes in the texture, in dark spots. This delivers nitric oxide to the surface of your skin without any trauma. So when somebody goes and pays $1,000 to do a chemical peel, they're literally traumatizing the surface layer of the skin so that blood will come to the surface of the skin and repair it and make you look younger, hopefully if it heals well. The problem with that is sometimes it doesn't heal well. Sometimes it gets infected. Sometimes it scars. And with this, you have no risk of that. There's absolutely no trauma. And we've seen people put this on strange things growing from the skin that, again, we're not allowed to make any claims. And it's helped to basically make the body just dissolve these things. And it's quite phenomenal. If you're interested in seeing some before and after photos for this product, they are amazing. And we would be happy to send you some to check out. Hydrate Pure is another great quality product. My mom actually switched to this from her other perfume-laden moisturizer because she likes this better. And this lasts a really long time. A little goes a super long way. I love that about our products. Again, all natural fragrances, essential oils instead of perfume, and it's filled with antioxidants and of course cannabinoids. I had feedback from this before Nox came out that people were looking like they maybe got something done or something just from using Hydrate Pure. That's the power of cannabinoids on your skin, because you do have receptors in your skin as well. We basically have cannabinoids in our whole body, all of our organs, our skin, even our bones. So before we move on to the next portion of the presentation, I would actually love to bring on another guest to share her amazing story, because it's such a great example of how it boosts your whole system, even when you're already a healthy person. And so let's have you come on, Maria.
Thank you, Patty. So my story is I'm a holistic health practitioner and a yoga teacher, and you know, I don't really have any, I mean, I guess it's debatable whether I have any mental issues, but as far as I know, I've never been diagnosed with any mental issues, emotional issues. I don't suffer from anxiety and depression. I mean, you know, I feel like I truly live a yogic lifestyle. And no health issues. I've never taken any kind of supplements or vitamins, certainly no pharmaceuticals. Part of the reason I don't take supplements is I don't swallow pills well, which is one of the reasons that Prime My Body works so well for me. Is, you know, I can ingest anything as long as I don't have to swallow, you know, a horse pill that's like that big. So, you know, I'm just coasting along thinking everything's wonderful. One of the things that I like to do as a yogi and an opportunity to give back is to give blood. And I went, before I started in Prime My Body, March a year ago, so about a year and a half or so. Before I started with Prime My Body, I went 3 times in a row and tried to give blood, and my hemoglobin levels were not high enough. And, you know, I'm one of these people that keeps banging my head against the wall and keeps on trying and going back, getting poked, not in 1, but 2 fingers. I kid you not, 2 weeks after starting to take Prime My Body, I went and tried to give blood again, and I was able to give. Now, I have nurse friends who say, oh, but the stuff doesn't get into your system that quickly and da, 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 da. Well, I was taking Prime My Body, and every 8 weeks I was able to go and give blood. And then 1 month, you know, I ran out of the product and I decided I didn't really need it again, went to give blood that time, and my hemoglobin levels were not high enough. got back on Prime My Body, placed my order that night, came home, placed my order that night, and got back on it. Went back 2 weeks later, and my hemoglobin levels were high enough. I mean, you know, I didn't prove it to myself the first time. So second time around, it was a definite. So now I'm on it for life.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Maria. And it is like, I think that is such a great testimonial. And, you know, it goes to show the absorption of nutrients is one of the elements of supporting digestion. Your endocannabinoid system supports digestion and absorbing nutrients. So it's literally something we should be eating every day. 5,000 years ago, the Taoist herbalists who created the foundation of all of herbology today, they talked about herbs, and most herbs you cannot take every day. They can become harmful to you. But there are just a few, like a little handful of herbs that you can take every day. And they talked about hemp, and they said we should be eating hemp every day. The more we learn about the endocannabinoid system, the more it makes sense why we should be consuming phyto plant-based cannabinoids in our diet on a regular basis. We just don't anymore. Cows and pigs and chickens used to eat hemp and all the byproducts of the hemp farm. So we used to get cannabinoids in our butter and our milk and our meats. And now what are they eating? Corn, right? So now we get omega-6. So let me go back to here and we'll finish out the rest of the presentation. So, you know, really there's a few ways that you can get involved if you're interested in trying the products. What you would do is talk to the person who invited you to the call, and they'll send you a link, and you can either purchase it as a retail customer. And as a retail customer with the full pricing, you do get a 30-day money-back guarantee, which is awesome. But once you fall in love with the products, if you know you want to try everything and you want to save, you can actually become a VIP customer, which normally is $39 for a year, just like the affiliate membership. But currently it's $20. It's a reduced price because of the whole lockdown situation. So VIP customers actually do get other rewards if they buy products every month, and they get points and money towards their future purchases. So that's the retail options if you're wanting to participate more so in trying the products for your health, for your family, etc. Now, that being said, some of you might be evaluating this as a business opportunity because, like I said, this has been one of the most unusual times in the world, obviously. And I also had disruption in my life as well, you know, financial disruptions, some lost income. I have more than one thing going on in my business, but, you know, Sarah and I have talked about this together, how blessed we feel that we have Prime My Body. And actually, because it's a supplement company and how everybody now is prioritizing their health in a whole new way, or at least a lot of people are, supplement industry is actually growing and our company is growing. And so those of us who are doing this as a business are seeing, you know, a real market for the products, but also a need for a way to make income for people who have to pivot or who have lost their jobs or whatnot. So right now, what's amazing is the fee is reduced. It's $20 for a year membership as an affiliate. And you have a business and you have access to our wholesale pricing. You have your own duplicated website and a very lucrative comp plan. So once you become an affiliate, you may want to look at the different packages and see what might work best for you. There's different sizes. You can also, depending on people, you know, there is a no money way to do this. You can get your first retail customer as well, and that activates you. So there's really a way to do this business for every person, depending on where you are, and if you're willing to learn the steps and the duplicatable system, it's actually really one of the best business models that I've ever worked with. It's so much simpler, and I just get to focus on recommending products that change people's lives. I love it. For any of you who are in a situation where you're hungry to earn money, I know there have been people who have lost income, who have lost jobs, and we actually have had many team members in these last few months of the lockdowns who had those types of situations take this as a goal for their business, and were able to achieve this and make a 50% commission, which is a bonus for a fast start system. So the company, our CEO, has created a way for affiliates to be able to generate some really significant income right in your first 28 days. So if this is something that interests you, talk to that person who invited you. We can help you develop a plan for how to get there with this. So these are examples of 3 packages that you could purchase as a new affiliate. And 3-pack gets you your own product, and then you can either sell product and sample it to some people, because that's actually a really fun part about this experience and working with these products is letting people try it. The larger the packages, of course, the lower the pricing. You get even deeper and deeper wholesale discounts. So if you sell those products, you can make a larger margin on those. Some people do that and share packages with their family, and they get the best pricing on all the products. And then below the packages, what you see are the different percentages. And we have, if you sign up a new affiliate who purchased the package, normally you can make a 25% commission on their first package. That's already a really generous commission. If you are to sign up for affiliates, this slide here, in your first 28 days, you can actually get a bonus, and you will have generated and made 50% on their packages for everybody that you sign up in your first 28 days over 4 people. So that's actually a really big opportunity if you are hungry. And let's see. So TBR, this is the main thing to understand here. I won't go in too much depth here. And I want to also tell you that I'm not a math person. I'm so the opposite of a math person. And I love our comp plan because I was able to understand it and understand how to make it work for me and create a passive income that has changed my life too. So you basically just have 2 legs, 2 teams, a left side and a right side. And once you start generating activity on those sides, sales, you are also making points for every dollar spent, 50% of points for every dollar spent. As you generate points on both sides, for every 200 points that match on each side, you get a bonus just because it's happening on each side. So the company's rewarding you for building at least 2 teams, and you make an extra $20 for every 200 points that match on the 2 sides. Now, what happens is, just to give you an example, today I have over 10,000 people in my total organization. Almost half of them are on the left, almost half of them are on the right. So there's point cycling almost every day. And that, if you've ever worked a traditional job or even a traditional business that did not generate passive income where you make money when you sleep, this is one of the most exciting aspects of the comp plan. And there's really no ceiling with this. And then you look at the timing of hemp and where we are. I don't know 10,000 people myself. It's the 100 people that I personally introduced this to who it's trickled out now, and it's become that many people in 4 years. So, the products have legs because of how they work as well. And again, we have a whole system to help teach you how to actually do the business, and you have so much support with your team. This is something called match bonus. And again, you make additional income for the different levels, as you build teams, you get these percentages of their check. And it's because they're there because you help to bring them in. So what these business models do is they pay the affiliates. They don't pay advertising and marketing. They don't spend millions or even billions of dollars on advertising. Instead, they pay 50% of their total sales to affiliates in commissions. So we get to generate these residual incomes and even matching bonuses as your team grows. And it's actually really a wonderful, wonderful community that starts to build. You get to support each other and work together just like how we're doing it today. So I've really grown to love this industry, fall in love with the industry. I get it now. I get why people who love it, you know, and this company does it with so much integrity that it's easy. It's easy then to fall in love with it. This stuff, I won't go into super detail. My brain didn't get this right away, but just understand that you have tremendous potential to build passive leveraged income with this business model, which is not as likely in a normal traditional business model or employment type of situation. All of your future purchases of anyone in your organization, you continue to make residual passive income. So again, it's quite an amazing thing, especially when these products change people's lives so much. People are more likely to use them for a long time, keep reordering them, recommend them to people, try the next product, try new things because the first thing worked so well for them. So we do have an awesome app. I know myself and the ladies on this call all use this app. It's a great way to track your business if you're doing this as a business. You can sample the product to a potential customer right from your phone, and you can see who's watching the videos and engaging. So it is a really well thought out tool for those who are interested in the business side. And you know what? Our CEO, Paul Rogers, is really quite amazing. He has been just on his toes and adjusting to everything as things have been changing rapidly. And I think he has helped us as a company to really make it easy for people to find some solutions here, whether it's with your health, with your mental health, or even with business, with generating income, if that became something that you needed a solution for as well. I hope that if you join our community, you get to witness how amazing these people are in this company, the heart that's in the company. It's really designed to help the affiliates thrive here. So how do you see yourself getting started? Do you see yourself becoming a customer, trying any of our amazing products, seeing how they work for you, how they might up-level your health and wellness? Or do you see yourself becoming an affiliate and being part of one of the rarest opportunities to be in a virgin market of hemp and nitric oxide married together? And I'll stop the screen share here, and I'll stop. And I think that's it. That's it for the presentation. If you have any questions, if you would like to try any of the products, please do reach out to that person who invited you. They will get you connected to all of the information that you may be wanting to learn more about what we have here. And I appreciate your time and taking the time to be here. Oh, and actually Brian is on here. Brian, can we hear you? Brian is actually a yogi who just started the products recently, but he has been working with cannabinoids before, and he knew about nitric oxide. So Brian, can you hop on real quick and just share what you've noticed?
Well, first of all, I apologize. I don't have any visual. My camera broke. So yeah, I've been familiar with CBD oils for a while. And Patty introduced me to this product. And from what I tried so far, I'm really impressed. And when she told me about the nitric oxide, I've been using that as part of my workout routine. And I was impressed. I had never heard of that before. So I said, oh, wow, I got to try it. And I recently started trying core. And so far, I've been impressed with the results. And I tried focus and calm, and I've liked that. And, this is all new to me, selling anything. So, but it's really a fascinating product. And I think it's probably the best out there on the market right now.
Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, I really do feel the same. I have literally never seen anything else like this, which is why it's so easy to keep sharing and telling people about it. And we're really just at the very beginning in the world with hemp. So, some of us maybe who are here might even live in California, where some people will be like, oh, it's everywhere. And it's like, oh, no, it's so young. It's so young. And so, there's really nothing else that previously was illegal for almost 100 years. So it's a very empty market, and the demand and the knowledge of it is only growing. So it's really an honor, though, to be a part of it, because it doesn't feel, it doesn't have any of the superficial hype. When the products can do what they can do, then it's like all heart. And people say that too about our company when they attend the conferences, when they listen to the company calls and different things. They're like, this is a little different than other companies that I've seen like this. And I think it's the plant working through all of us. It's like all of our connections, everybody's been so calm. All our Prime My Body events during lockdowns, everyone's so calm and cool, right? Whereas then the rest of the world, it's like, ah! In our Prime My Body world, everyone's just like, hey, we're here, we're helping the world, like one person at a time. So thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today. And I hope that these products serve you as much as they have served me. And we will see you again soon.